Morning ritual. Come on, Tucker. Morning ritual for guitar growth. I have my big guy with me this morning. Yeah, he's not feeling too well today, so there's a chance I may need to jump early if he's sick. But he's just hanging out with us this morning a little bit. Good boy. Good boy. All right. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. We have our boy Tuckerman with us today. He might cause some ruckus here. I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen, but he's not feeling all that well today. So he was a little sick last night. So there's a chance that I might need to run this morning if he gets ill. Long story, but good morning. We're talking about morning ritual for guitar growth today, and we're just getting going, just getting ready. See Kevin on board. Raul, good morning. Tucker, he says good morning. Raul says good morning from across the pond. Tom, good morning. How are you today? So I'm just working on some guitar stuff, just the morning ritual stuff. So basically we're working tuning first today. And I'm hearing the metronome as 2 and 4. Really funny stuff I was working on. Hey, good morning, guitar for everyone. Here's the A440. You okay, Tucker? Tucker? Yeah, he was sick last night, so hopefully everything's okay with him. I'm sure he'll be fine. He just wanted to come in here this morning and hang out, so. All right, there's our 440. Oh, my A is still in pretty good shape. So welcome to the morning ritual for guitar growth. Just wanted to kind of bring you up to speed as what happens here. So we're here this morning, and every morning basically running through a morning ritual for guitar growth. And I'll try to stop moving the camera around here. It's happens every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we walk through some guitar rituals of exercising the fingers. We breathe, we tune up, and we do the mechanical chromatic style exercising so that we can build ourselves up. And today, if you have an intention that you would like to use to set for this morning's practice, this morning's guitar journey, now's a great time to do that. Even if it doesn't have anything to do with the guitar today, you can just set the intention for this session now, and we'll run with that and check in again with it at the end of the session. So why don't we go ahead and get started? We'll start with tuning up. Yeah, we'll start with tuning, and then I thought that B string was a little out, so good morning Kevin, good morning Raul, good morning Tom, good morning Mark, good morning Mark. Good morning, Justin, or Guitar for Everyone. You're really coming out, I've been watching you on your checking things out, and it's really great to see people putting the work in. Do you know what I mean? It's just really, really great to see people doing things other than hating on other people, you know. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning. Good morning, Bernard. Mr. Ardis. Coleman's in here milling about this morning, and he was not feeling too well last night, so he's going to hang out with us a little bit. There's a chance that if he's sick that I need to run. I might need to jump early today if he's sick, but so far so good, so hopefully he stays good, you know what I mean? Oh, cool strap. Yeah, it's one of the Levies, I think. I'm not sure who makes it. It's an old one. I got it when I think I got it at the shop that made, boy, Tucker's really looking for some attention this morning. Okay, I have to play some guitar, Tucker. Yeah, I know, big guy. Delivering 2 long hives today and helping move some bees for a customer from last year. Very cool. Big day. Jimmy Norris, play some Megadeth. Hey, Jimmy. Good morning, Jimmy. Yeah, we've been praying a lot this morning, so it's a long story, but he's in tough shape last night. Hey, Mark. I know it. Thank God for good health. Absolutely. All right, Tucker. Good boy. All right, let's go lay down. So we're going to have to start working the little angles here. So fingers 3 and 4 on frets 11 and 12. There he's laying down now. Just 11 and 12. And we'll start right here at 4 beats, 4 tacks per beat. And we'll start at 4 tacks per beat and 60 beats per minute. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a... Oh, cool, Bernard. Sounds good. Yeah, we want to talk about how all of this is going to work, so we'll have to figure all of these details out in email, and maybe we can jump on a phone bridge or something. So, yeah, please email me. That's good. It's exciting times that we're living in. Oop, fingers are getting off screen here a little bit. So these feel good this morning. I've already done my, just kind of up and polished off a quart, a liter of water, and then 1 E and fingers 2 and 3, 11 and 12, go E and I feel like it's really important to hydrate my body first in the morning, and then before I get moving, I like to do sort of a yoga workout for about a half hour, just to get the body woken up and just to get things sort of like, get the mind right, or as right as it will ever be. Jimmy Norris, are you still here? Yeah, good morning, amen. Good morning, Robbie. Good morning. Jean-Marc, beautiful dog. Oh yeah, he's a good boy. Black and white English Springer Spaniel, and he is full of love and energy. 1 E and 2 E. Fingers 1 and 2 on frets 11 and 12, and we're looking at low E string. 1 E, in case you're working on playing along. 1 E and a 2 E and a smash that like button. I need to visit Maine someday. I've read Stephen King novels in my youth, and they all take place in Maine. Yeah, he's kind of a wild guy from Bangor. Pretty much neighbors, you know. Maine's a pretty big small town. America's largest small town, I think. Good idea. Lots to offer here. I learned, you know, a while ago, everything that I need is right here in my own backyard. The entire universe exists right there in my own backyard. How do you do it? You have time to work all day and play Bill. It's getting me really stressed out. Oh yeah, I understand that. I totally get it. Yeah, I mean we've made decisions before. I'm not saying that you want to do it, but we've made decisions in our past life to depart from the production line, and it's not to say we haven't had a tremendously difficult time and that we don't still have tremendously difficult times, because that's kind of the nature of life. But some of the things that we do, the choices that we made, you know, have benefited us. Some harm and some hinder, and some help and some hinder. So we're looking for fingers 3 and 4. Fingers 3 and 4, and I've been sort of blessed to be a self-starter, a self-motivated individual. And I think it's something that I don't need external motivators to get me going. Do you know what I mean? 1 E and a 2 E. It's nice once in a while. Go. It is nice once in a while to have those external supports, and I wonder, like, sometimes I wonder the reality of it all is that how does anybody do anything? So if let's say that we have the best possible family support system, which is what we're supposed to have, right? So we have the familial support system, the nature and the nurture and the environmental, the best possible situation. Even in the best possible situation, life will bring a grown man to his knees. So even in the best of possibilities, it does grab us by the bullhorns once in a while, and it does decide to drive. So that is good. I work 20 hours a day, do you know what I mean? When I founded and directed a conservatory, I did 20 hours a day, 7 days a week for 2 years straight without any break, right? So fingers 2 and 3, community-driven programming, though, you know, it's not like, anyway, it's just so fingers 2 and 3 on 10 and 12, and this is my band here. This is where it starts to you'll start to see me suffer a little bit of sweat, like I've eaten a really good jalapeno whole, you know what I mean? 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a go. There you go, Raul. Correct. Yeah, 3 and 4 are difficult. Fingers 2 and 3 are even more difficult for me. Just to get that stretch, that land-locked stretch there. Yeah, Marco, that's right. Plan for a good retirement. You're a slave, Neo. Wow, yeah, I remember the first time I saw that film, it just completely blew my mind. And it still blows my mind. Maybe I rewatch that once a year or something now. If you own your income, you will own anything else you want. Yeah, buy it right, do the work, get paid correctly, and then, yeah, you know, 1 and 2 on frets 10 and 12, we're still going stretchy, right? 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a... I'll show you, the T-Man is laying on my foot right now. He's just kind of chilling out, hanging out, benefiting, playing the sick card while the other two are in the other room. Did any of you people play the guitar after we met yesterday in the morning? I'm going to try to email you, Anthony, again this weekend, see if we can get some time. We've got a pretty busy weekend. Usually what happens after we leave here, life is on screech, and then it gets kind of just busy. You know, it's a blur until I get back here again in the morning. And this is a good way to wake up the mind and to wake up the guitar sensibilities. Let's go ahead and take a look at fingers 2 and 3 and 4, frets 10, 11, and 12. Okay, let's do it. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a... I already recorded 1 hour of lovely exercises. I love watching your exercises, man. Some of those are so complicated, and I'm coming after some of those. We're going to start introducing some of those. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted, to be profoundly sick society. Okay, that makes sense. Self-employment is what our country needs to take more of that. Yep. Yeah, that's what my doctor said, 20 hours a day for 2 years, 7 days a week. It was a pretty, you know, my doctor said, hey, listen, you probably ought to find something else to do, or you're probably going to be dead. And I said, well, Doc, I liked you when I came in here, so let's not change anything, okay? Let's not change that. Hey, ooh, Steve. So fingers 1 and 2 and 3, same exercise, 10, 11, and 12. Right, 1 E and a 2, 3 and a 4 E and a... What would you need to use those fingers in that? 2 and 3, moving out wide, so... Oh, good question. So I'm working on being prepared for every possible eventuality. So if I wanted to, like the way I'm talking to you right now, if I wanted to use words that are outside of my vocabulary, I could, but I might not know how to use them in context. It might not be a very, like a cogent experience. You know, it might not be a pleasant experience. So I want to keep those, I want to keep my fingers ready to, you know, to any musical thought or sentence or period or phrase that comes to mind. I want to be able to execute it in real time. So that's very important to me. That's sort of the reason why I work on the guitar the way I do, because I'm working on the guitar as a language. And I definitely appreciate that there are those of us out there that say, you know, here's a get-rich-quick scheme, you know, or learn how to play the guitar and it's super easy. I'm an app in your pocket and I'm there when you need me, blah, blah, blah. And it's really not about developing a need. you know, a dependency. It's about freeing the person to just do whatever the person would like to do. Set some goals, achieve the goals, set some more goals, achieve more goals, you know, and do it in a healthy way. And that's sort of what I'm sort of hopefully getting to here. But let's go ahead and get the fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now we're on position number 9. We're using 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we're going to use the 9, 10, 11, and 12. After this, we're going to use 9, 10, 11, and 13. Then after that, we'll use frets 8, 10, 11, and 12, so that we get these 1, 2, 3, 4 units together. We're improving finger dexterity, and both in the fret hand and in the picking hands. So one thing that happens on the guitar, if you're a finger style player that doesn't really, it's a similar thing, but you can imagine the pick only goes, unless you're Eddie Van Halen or Steve Vai, you know, the pick goes sideways too, but the pick really only has 2 methods of attack. One is a downstroke, and the other one is an upstroke. Now, you can forward, you know, the forward lean, you could pick slant, you could do the angle address, you can do hang the pick way out here like Mr. Matheny and try to get those, you know, nice light, fat, juicy tones, or you could, you know, grip it like, so there's just a little nub if you really wanted to get the flamenco or the speedy stuff, you know, going. So there's really only a downstroke and an upstroke, right? So you can do down followed, I can't do another down unless I do an upstroke. So it's just really simple math. I'm just trying to make it simple for myself. Down and up, and if I go beyond the string, then it's going to take me that much longer to get back to the upstroke, or even to get back to another downstroke. So this is cool. I mean, it looks cool and it certainly feels cool, but you know, it's not all that efficient. So this is a little bit, but it also sounds different, right? If I do this, I can grab more strings and create choked sounds, more percussive elements that don't happen here, but it's still a downstroke. And then there's an upstroke, right? So there's really only 2. This hand speaks one language, this hand speaks another separate language, which is you know, it's really different. So working these exercises and getting these 2 hands to meet in synchronicity to speak one unison or common language is important to me. You know, it's important to a lot of guitar players who are really just trying to start having some fun, you know, different level of fun on the guitar. So if you're just tuning in, welcome to the morning ritual for guitar growth. If you have your guitar in hand, please join us and stick around, find out what it's about. So fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and we'll go ahead and get started. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a... It's all I ever want to do is play the guitar. Spoken by the great Anthony Tortorello. It's a great thing it's a great aspiration to set. Bernard goes back further than that. It's a tough way to live on full tilt all the time. I did it for over 35 years. It takes a toll on the body, mind, and soul. Slow down and enjoy the journey. Yeah, amen, brother. That's where it's at. The journey is the thing, you know. The destinations are great, but I'm going to miss an entire portion of my life just trying to get to the fight. You know what I mean? It does blur out. Matiko. Hey, we've got Matiko in the house today. Good morning, Matiko. Wife hasn't left me yet, so I must be okay. Arco, people need to know what that is. You're not hooked, you're sick. That's right. Yeah, right after this, I'm scheduled to play some more guitar, so that's good. I play and sing what I know. Singing is great for my OCP, tongue problems, or whatever the hell, yeah? Oh, lung problems, I gotcha. Yeah, it does. It sort of frees things up, doesn't it? All right, let's do the same thing, but with the old finger 4 stretch. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a... After this one, and we do the first finger stretch, I am definitely going to take a second here and do some stretching. We're a little bit behind, but not to worry, not to worry. We will do a little bit, actually we'll do a 1 minute, 1.5 minute stretch today. We'll get really, really stretched right out hard. It's a long way to the top if you want to, yeah, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Absolutely. I quit my job, guys, thanks. Yeah, I wouldn't take any of that kind of advice. You know, it's really important to be able to feed the face. But it is a big change. You can go through a very upsetting period when you're transitioning to poverty. You can definitely go through a wild period. Better each day equals 365% better in a year. Yeah, and that's compounding too, I think. Dario, he's like, I'm on my way home to play. Yeah, got it. Well, the world does need some serious guitar players. It needs some serious musicians, not just market driven, but the ones that were designed to go out, dance around the fire and pray for the rain, or pray for whatever's needed through this medium. I think the world could use more of us at the moment. You know, do you know what I mean? It's a hard thing to express, but being in the moment and appreciating every little detail, just grounding the body, just grounding the mind, grounding the spirit, grounding the soul. And let's go ahead and take a look at frets 9, 10, 11, and 12, but we'll kick the first finger back. And right after this one, we're going to do a very exciting stretch, so stick around. 1 E and a 2. Oh, putting on my shoesy. Ingve recently posted, he did. Just have fun at any level. That's what it's all about. Wow. Ingve is he's a smart guy. Sounds like he's a smart dude. Yes. Yeah, I'm working on playing and singing and all of the tunes on Tony Rice Plays and Sings Bluegrass. It's a wonderful album. Man, some really killer guitar solos in that record. Johnny Ramone. Yeah, there you go. Yo, I'm a singer too. Sive Jackson, how you doing? Welcome to the show. We are here hip deep now in the morning ritual for guitar growth, which we do every weekday morning. Every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. we do another release of Ted Green's Chord Chemistry, so that's a 9 a.m. show. That's not to miss. If you like to go off the deep end over chord chemistry, this is the place to be. It's a really great series. I mean, I really am having the time of my life doing this. Dario. It seems to me that using the second and third finger to do full down would never be used when the other fingers would be more practical. I can't imagine any combination it's beneficial with. Oh, Steve. Oh, good point. You know, so what if we were to do like play the C major scale or the whole tone scale? Then that fret, that E immediately rings a bell to me. That's like if I wanted to do some Alan Holdsworth like whole tone patterns, I've got to have those fingers stretching, and that's got to be, I don't want to So while I'm trying to learn this lick, I don't want to sit around and kind of like learn how to stretch my fingers. So that's the only reason I'm doing this, is so that I have that dexterity available. Let's say that I just want to build that familiarity there, because it does come up, especially if you're doing 4-note per string, you know, sort of like legato framework. So we can talk about that a little bit more, but you are right. It's like, you know, if I'm never going to use math in my job, I don't know, maybe if somebody explained to me how important math is, like it's basically a system to learn how to think, instead of like just space, you know, number theory, and maybe I would be a little bit more interested in math too. So I think it's just one of those things that, you know, if we're not going to use it, you know, you can omit that in your practice. These are only things that I'm doing, and these are only things that I'm recommending for myself, and that I know that it takes me to a higher place, a higher level. But you'll end up having to make those demarcations and distinctions for your own practice, and I can help you build a good solid practice routine if you like. I'm totally okay with that. You can email me at jasoncareyguitar@gmail.com and let me know what you want to accomplish, and I'll give you we'll work with you and map out an entire practice framework for, you know, 3 months, 5 years if you want. So can help you out with that. 1 E and a 2 E and oh, what are we doing? I think we're doing the first finger stretch. Did I already do this yet? I don't remember if I did, so I'm going to do it again. 1 E and a 2, 8, 10, 11, 12. Numbers were not discovered, not invented. Similar to the way the perfect triangle has always been there, right? The strangest combinations to pop up when riffing around playing bluesy songs for me. It's my wife's 60th birthday today. I may go buy her a new guitar. I want. Oh, happy birthday to the lady of the house, Mr. Husband. You're a good man. Maybe we can do a happy birthday here. We haven't done that for a while. Maybe we're overdue for a little happy birthday. Feast or family. We call it feast or famine over here. There we go. We'll do a quick little stretch. Now we've achieved this. I just unlock this button here and just kind of throw it down. Here we go. Keep it draped. You know, stretch the arm forward. Do 15 clicks here, 15 clicks there, 15 clicks here, 15 clicks there, and we get this done. And if you are here, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and smash that like button for Uncle Jason. That would be wonderful. I appreciate that. So we'll go ahead and give that like button a smash while we're doing the stretch. It's probably more important to do the stretch, so maybe I could encourage you just to focus on the stretch instead of smashing the like button. I see somebody did it though, so I appreciate that. Very cool, feels great to be doing this stretch here. I haven't done this since 6 o'clock this morning. Maybe 5:30, it was 5:30, 05:30. Even the bad stuff. Yeah, that's right. I know it. It's all part of the plan. Hard thing. I had a phone conversation with an old Marine yesterday about that. and we get all kinds of phone calls, and we talk all kinds of talk with all kinds of different people, and as you do as well, I'm sure. But we were talking about how important it is to be observant of kindness, and then, you know, if you were to follow, let's say, Jesus, for example, like, how far are you supposed to follow him? And he said, oh, that's easy. And he's like, I'm like, really? He's like, oh yeah, it's easy all the way. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty serious. It's really easy for me to get caught up in trying to tell everybody else what they're doing right and wrong, and I realize I have plenty of my own things to correct and plenty of my own things to pay attention to. So one of those things, thank God, is the guitar for me, right? Of course, the lady comes first. That's super important to remember and observe. There's an order to things that I find if I observe the order, life sort of happens better, you know what I mean? But let's get back into this. I don't want to get too esoteric about things, but... All right, so the last 15 minutes, 15 minutes, we'll go ahead and talk about, I wanted to get into some arpeggiations, and then why we might use maybe some rhythm changes too, just kind of maybe work on a little bit of that today. Not really warm yet, but it's getting there. So let's go ahead and try this. Let's see if we can do, let's try something a little different today. I'm just going to head back over to that finger 1, 2, 3, 4 exercise, and it's just a picking sequence. I'm going to play each note 3 times, and that way it gives my right hand an opportunity, my picking hand, an opportunity to just really study its approach to the guitar. So you don't really need to see what's going on here in my fret hand, but we can work on the right hand, okay? 1 E and a 2 E, da 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 da. Oh, chord chemistry brought me here. Started going to championship. Nice. Anytime you want to get up here to the White Mountains, take you up over to Huntington. phone's taking forever. Hey Patrick, what's going on? Nice to see you too, my friend. Yeah, glad you're here with us. Yep. Exciting and engaging commentary there, pal. Really nice, like it. Oh. Oh, hey, Mr. Fish is in the house. Happy birthday, Mrs. Carey. Oh, my Mrs. Carey has a birthday this weekend too. Have you watched, Anthony, have you seen the any of the Alex Honnold films, like the free solos and those films? Happy birthday. So it's so happy birthday. Da-da. 5/5. So this is 5 of what chord? Just a quick birthday session. All right, I wanted to just jump over and switch gears into, and that's for all of the friends and family that are having birthdays this weekend. And Mr. Fish. Oh, call my son-in-law and explain the order. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Believe me. Believe you me. Never seen it. No, free solo. Check it out. You're gonna love it. It's a great study into the mind of overcoming the whatever he's overcoming. All right. So hide user on the channel. See you later, pal. Hasta luego. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to some serious stuff here. A good paint job is 90% preparation, kind of like guitar playing. Yeah, it certainly is. Classic Mr. Rogers. Happy birthday as well, Mr. Carey, Mrs. Carey. Never seen it. Seventh Seal. Ooh. That's right. He seemed a bit out too. He was having a tough one. He's having a tough one this morning. So you can't really hold it against anybody. You know, it's like we're all in the fray, and we're all sort of doing the best we can to be who we think we should be. You know what I mean? So it's pretty simple. So let's go ahead. So while we're on the topic of Jazz Week, you know, so let's take a look at the C major 7 arpeggio, and I'm going to turn this. I'm going to whip this camera around here a little bit, and just give us a little bit of an idea about what I'm up to. So I'm just thinking, you know, the old staples, you know, C major 7, and then I don't know if it didn't. My fingering for that didn't used to look that gross, but maybe it is that gross now. I don't know. So it's so 1, 5, 7, and 3. And then we have the C minor 7. And then in order of appearance in the major scale, we have major, minor, minor, major. Major was the form of dominant 7, and then minor 7, and then half diminished or B minor 7 flat 5, and then major. So we only have 4 diatonic 7 types. So we're going to start with this major 7, the minor 7, the dominant 7, and then the minor 7 flat 5. Oh, I'm doing a series on that too, guitar breakthroughs with the 7th chord breakthroughs. So if you want to check that series out, it's got 3 videos in it. I think now you'll probably enjoy it. It's got a, you know, guitar breakthroughs, kind of like a greenish kind of background with me sitting there looking like jazzy, and whatever that means. And then we're working through like inversions of the major, you know, each diatonic 7th chord, and then linking each chord together with, you know, notes from the major scale. Sharp 11, but anyway, the 3, and we start looking at melodies that happen inside the chord too, right? Probably have to be there with this finger to get that, right? Really working on linking those pieces together, but right now I'm just working on a really simple arpeggiated approach to that chord, breaking it down. So I have this C note, and then I'm up on the same string to the 3, and then finger 2 is just kind of hanging out here waiting for, you know, what am I supposed to do here? Finger 2 is going to grab that 5, and then finger 1 is going to grab that 7. We could go ahead and grab, you know, the full 13th arpeggio, but we're going to limit ourselves today to only practicing diatonic 7ths. So we have the 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, and then we don't reach that one because it's out of position. And we're only going to use the assets that we have immediately at our disposal. So you could come back at 50 minutes and just take, you know, once this video reposts, you can come back and take a look at these arpeggios and watch them in halftime or whatever you'd like to study them. They're really, you know, intended to be frameworks for, here's a chord progression in 2-5-1 in C major. Right, so it's really just creating 2-5-1, 2 D minor 7, and then G7, and then the C major 7. You okay, Tucker? You okay, big guy? All right, so back at it. We're looking at, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. Fingers 1, 4, and then 2 on fret 5. Finger 1 falls just behind it. Grab that 1, the root note, and then we'll roll that second finger up from the G string to the B string, and then grab that high E string on fret number 3, and then we'll go ahead and grab that major 7, finger 4. So if you can only play with like one finger, there's a lot more movement, but you can, you know, you can definitely do it, right? So you could also start working on this over the span of one string. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 1. It's really just sitting down with these, but this is basically functional harmony, right? So we're starting with the minor 7 shape. You okay, Tuck? Okay. Lay down again. Yeah. Are you okay, big guy? Go ahead and lay down. Go ahead. All right, let's take a look at fingers 1, 4. This is the C minor 7 now. All right. 1, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. 1. No, fingers 1. Let's do finger numbers for now. 1, 4, 3, and then finger 1, and then this is all happening on frets 3, 6, 5, 3, and then 1. And then 3, 2, 1, and then 4. So I'd play the chord first, spell the word, and then play the chord again. So say the word, spell it, and then play, you know, say the chord or say the word of the chord again, just to give it, you know, some sort of centering here. So, and then we're working on C dominant, which is the 1, the 4, and the 3. Well, let's do finger numbers. So we're going to stretch from 1 to 4. Frets 3 to 7, and then finger 1, a 2 on the G string, finger 1 on the G string, and then finger 2 rolls again from the root to the 3 to finger 1. Oh, major 7 is a no-no in the C dominant 7 chord. And then we're looking at minor 7 flat 5. which is finger 1, 3, 2, and then 4, and that's and that's 1, 4, 2, 1, 3. That really cool kind of like flavor that really fits really well as a substitution for like the dominant 7, a major third above. So let's put it all together. So we're starting with this is what it looks like if we're playing in a single position. So we have the 1 major 7, the minor 7, the 2 minor 7, and then the 5 dominant. And then we have the 7 diminished, or 7 half diminished, or the minor 7 flat 5. That leads back to the C, or the root note. So we've got this really nice thing happening here. Now I'm just going to take this and plane it through because we have a few minutes left here. These are all things that I would do in a full practice session, like a full warm-up session. So and then I would just work on, you know, maybe just getting to the next, take it through the cycle 4. So we start on C and move through C to F, B flat to E flat to A flat to D flat to G flat to B, and then E, and then A major 7, D, G, and then C. So we start where we left off. Hey Kevin, see you later, man. See you on Monday. That's where we left off. That's where we started on C, and I'll work to end on C, and then I'll play all of the things that I know through that cycle. So like minor pentatonic, or minor 7, or dominant 7, and then we'll do the same thing on the cycle 4. So all of those things have to, everything we know has to be individual thing that I know. I feel like I have to plug it in through all of the keys. That way I actually know how to play the thing, and then I can start to just feel good about spending good quality time. So everybody, I really appreciate you being here. And were there any questions or anything that I overlooked? Let me just take a second to do that. We just hit 1 hour marker, so I won't keep you, but if you wanted to stick around, I'm just going to quickly go through some of these comments, and if there are any. Hey, Izzy Reels, what's going on? Sorry to miss some of the comments here. I got a little bit carried away. Need help. Play one string. Warm up a little slow. Try to get fingers moving and stretching the arrows. I'm sure Jason is not near my age, but you all, when you arthritis in your hand, not funny, but it's the truth. Yeah, absolutely. It's all right. Let's just take a quick look at these here. Getting arthritis. Ooh, yeah. Except for music part. I feel like I try to work on functionally. I don't know if this is going to help, but I'm really working on eating foods that reduce swelling in the body, and then yoga seems to always work well for me. And I'm not sure if that's a practical thing for everybody. I know it's good for me, and Tucker's alarmed. And let's see. Just strung up the bees. I'd love a lesson on when to break the rules around going outside the key, borrowing chords from other. Oh, that's a really cool thing to know about. That's where the rubber meets the road, right there. That's where it starts to get exciting. The 800th time, yeah, 800 times. It's you know, if you were learning how to play banjo, there's a banjo book out there called it's their Scruggs method, and Scruggs literally has you learning how to play the banjo. If you read the book properly from page 1 to the end, you can learn how to play the banjo, and he has you repeat. It's just these little figures, and he has you repeat these little measures of music, and then finger rolls and just finger patterns, and then he has you repeat each one 350 times. He'll say, do this one 200 times, or do this one 400 times. So that's not a stretch. I mean, that's real. That's absolutely reality. Oh, Steve, stick with it. Yeah, stick with it, man. We'll get you through. We'll get through together. If you want to do a private session, if you're interested in talking about that stuff, advancing the guitar a little bit, you could always email me at jasoncareyguitar@gmail.com, and we can maybe set up something that works for the calendar. Do you know what I mean? It'd be probably 45-minute sessions, and it'll take 15 minutes talking and saying goodbyes and that kind of stuff. So it's a 45-minute session. It'll take playing for an hour, but it'll take about 45 minutes. Getting arthritis, session break. All right. Stung up by the bees, but when I do, it helps more than it hurts. Hey, Tuck, it's all right, man. You okay? All right. Good morning, Jason. Just at work trying to make things happen. Yeah. Are you fishing? What are you up to this morning? Did you ever get any sound tracking for your videos on your fishing show? Are you interested? Are you open to that? I know Anthony was talking about doing some, and I'd love to do some. So if you email me, I'd love to send a couple your way. I've got a couple of really cool loops and a couple of really fun like picking tunes that are kind of out there. You're more than welcome to use for that purpose only. Milkman's Kid, cool. Yep. I'm sticking to easy rock riffs. Me too. Diet and exercise, always root. Yep. All right, see you, man. All right, here, let's see. Guitar, steel guitar player has been very fortunate. Any classic electric guitar? Yeah, absolutely. Inquire some nice guitars. Let's practice 10,000. That's right. That's a great one, Raul. Very cool. Sophia, good morning. It's your birthday. Wow, birthdays everywhere today. Well, if you want, Sophia, you can run back and take a look at. So you hear the banjo thing that I talked. Did you hear what I talked about with Earl Scruggs? Well, we're running a little over today, but Gustav Gaeta. Happy birthday, everybody, and wonderful to see you all again. And so thank you so much for stopping in and sharing some time today. And I wish you all a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all this Monday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. See you again Monday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, and until we meet again, I wish you happy picking. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard, there's another episode of our super fun Ted Green's chord chemistry. It's just a walk through some minor ninth chords. And if you thought you heard some really beautiful chords before this, these are totally heavenly chords. So it's not a really long session, like 20 minutes, but it's worth checking them out. Some of these chord and voicings are just really, really awesome. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you on Monday at 7:30. And until we meet again, happy picking, friends. We'll see you then.